Guys, this is PARM with ProBox Respect TKO. Very privileged to be here with a local, almost celebrity, aren't you, sir? Tamanjeet Singh Dhesi, otherwise known as Tan. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Palm. Thank
Good.
you very much for kindly interviewing me today.
You're welcome. It's good to see you again. We don't see each other as often as we would like, but last time I saw you was at the Gravesham MMA, which was
That's
at the
right.
Gravesham Gurdwara.
Yes, we were there for the launch.
We are here today to talk about the your politics life,
Yeah.
but you are also the president of the UK Gatka Federation, absolutely. So we will put that on the back burner slightly. So tell the views about your parliamentary or your council role.
That's right, yeah. So this time around, Palm, on the 4th of May, I'm actually standing for Kent County Council. So I'm a candidate in Northfleet and Gravesend West.
Yeah.
However, that's this year. But previously, as you said, I was a parliamentary candidate in 2015 for the Labour Party. But I have served as a councillor for 8 years in the area of Northfleet.
Okay.
And in addition to that, I've served as the mayor of Gravesham and also as a cabinet member in the council as well.
Excellent, excellent. So this year you're running for local councillor for is it Gravesend West?
Yes, so Northfleet and Gravesend West.
Okay.
But Kent County Council actually has its headquarters in Maidstone.
Yeah.
So the public out there will be electing councillors from all the way from Dartford all the way to Dover. So 81 councillors are elected, who then look after. Kent County Council looks after the highways, looks after the schools,
Yeah.
and the adult social care, and many other important aspects of our surroundings.
So in terms of numbers, how many sort of in the local area and the population?
Yeah.
What sort of area you're going to be sort of?
It's quite a large area. There are 30,000 voters.
Wow.
So in Northfleet and Gravesend West, so it's 6 local Gravesham Borough Council wards. So it's if people live out, I know a lot of your viewers, living out in Beaumont Drive or Pelham Road, Darnley Road, Singapore Road, that sort of area, Pepper Hill.
Yeah.
It's all within it. But so it's quite a significant undertaking. It's a very important role, and it's a great deal of responsibility that comes with it.
Okay.
But in terms of from our side, we've got Lauren Sullivan and myself, so Dr. Lauren Sullivan and me, other candidates for Labour, and then likewise other parties would be fielding their candidates.
Yep.
I think I've got a good track record in terms of serving the community, so I think a lot of your viewers will be aware of that.
Yeah, and as you say, some of those areas you mentioned, we know locally, quite populated areas. So what's your message for those voters, apart from coming out to vote? What's your message to them?
Well, first thing is please take part in the democratic process. Please actually vote.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, unfortunately, especially in council elections, only 1 out of every 3 people end up voting. So which is a travesty in terms of democracy. People fought and gave their lives to get the vote.
Absolutely.
So that's the first thing, is please do vote. And in terms of me, obviously, I'm going to say vote for me, vote Labour.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, absolutely.
But, and that would be based on my track record. Even when I served as mayor of Gravesham, we had an excellent community initiative to install the statue of Squadron Leader Mahinder Singh Pujji. We also, but people within my area, the area that I represented,
yeah,
around Beaumont Drive, St Mark's Avenue, they will know that Rocherville Park, we ended up tarmacking, all the footpath around that park, and also the one-way system, the consultation. So what happens is it's not big issues that you're not going to change the world overnight.
Of course.
But what you do is you look at what people's concerns are, whether it's potholes, whether it's getting the grass verges cut around their area, getting the footpath sorted out. It's those sort of issues that matter to local people. And then if I'm elected to serve them, then that's what I'm doing. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what being a councillor is about.
Yeah.
As well as, if you're articulate enough, then when you're standing in the council chamber, then you can fight for whatever the issues are affecting your residents. So I think it's important that you're able to communicate effectively.
Yes.
And I think communication is one of the best things I have in my locker.
Good, good. Well, absolutely. And as you said, you've had involvement in various community projects, voluntary roles. And even going back to your parliamentary, standing, if you like, 2015, there are a lack of seats in Parliament. So is that a future goal for you again?
Yeah, Palm. I mean, you're right in terms of lack of Sikhs in Parliament,
Mm-hmm.
because currently there are no Sikhs in Parliament. Out
Okay.
of 650 UK MPs, there are zero Sikhs, and in terms of being a turban Sikh, there has never ever been a turban Sikh in Parliament, and I think that's just ridiculous. Sikhs have been here for 160 years in Britain,
Yeah.
contributing immensely to British life, but we're just not quite as progressed enough as a British Sikh community to be able to have parliamentarians representing us. So that's, yeah. I mean, look, if I'm given the honour by my party like I was last time, and if the public elect me, then I'm very community orientated. So I'm there to serve the community, and if they have me, then no doubt I'll stand in future. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the voluntary aspects that you said,
Yeah.
I think it's also important that look, you're involved in sport. There are others out there who go and teach football. Sunday mornings, they give their Sunday mornings or Saturday mornings to teach kids football or rugby or cricket. Likewise, you've got others who are working in the charitable sector. So the likes of myself, when I said I'm very community orientated,
Yeah.
I've been school governor at a couple of local schools, including my old school, including my son's local nursery, in Northfleet Nursery School. I was the governor there, and I've served on Gravesham and District Men Cap Society. As a volunteer there, I've served on various other charitable organisations. Because if you are seeking public office, I think it's not enough just to be saying, oh, 1 minute, I'm going to sit in a council chamber and I'm just going to make speeches.
Yeah.
That's just one aspect of it. You should be very much involved in the local community.
Absolutely.
So, like you said, the MMA, I was there just to support them, promote the good work that they're doing. I'm not going to get involved in any fighting. That's the last thing that I want to do.
No, well,
you just there, say, yeah, well done, and give people words of encouragement, just as people give me words of encouragement.
Absolutely.
If I'm standing for public office, they say, look, you're serving the community well. Come on, look, we'll support you.
Yeah.
You're right about the parliamentary. Last time I wasn't successful, so I came second, but previously, I've been successful in terms of council elections or becoming the mayor. So that's, I'm very thankful for, the successes that I have had, but obviously there's room for improvement.
Absolutely. And it's all about experience as well. And, I'm not just saying this, but you're a good guy, a humble guy, and I hope people do come out and vote for you. And as you say, we've got to embrace change. I mean, you've only got to look at quickly like Canada. They're pushing the benchmarks already with loads of seat candidates.
4 cabinet ministers.
4 cabinet ministers. So, if Canada can do it, we can do it. Yeah. Just very quickly, I want to talk to you and touch on your role as the president of UK Gatka.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the Gatka Federation UK was set up about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We're trying to promote the Sikh martial art of Gatka. That's it's an art form which has been bestowed upon the Sikhs by the gurus themselves. So we're working with like-minded individuals. We've had the first ever UK national championship, which is actually held here in Gravesend.
Okay,
so
yeah.
When I became president, I said, well, look, working with the local Gurdwara, and my father was the Gurdwara president at the time, and I working with the local committee as well. We managed to get the first championship here.
Brilliant.
Then the second year it was in Derby. Third year it was in Southall in West London.
Yeah.
Fourth year it was actually in Smethwick, and this year it's going to be in East London, in Chigwell College. They're going to play hosts.
Yeah.
And Barking and Seven Kings Gurdwara are going to help to organise it. But it will be great to see some of your viewers on Monday the 28th of August. Please do attend that. It's a free community event.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what about the voting? Is it 4th of May?
Yeah. So 4th of May is polling day. If you've got postal votes, and those will come to your house 2 weeks, probably normally about 2 weeks beforehand. But vast majority of the public will be voting on the 4th.
Excellent. I know you've got some important work to do this evening as well, so as promised we're going to keep it short and sweet. Any final words for the viewers or the voters out there?
No, all I would say is the wider public, please get engaged. Don't stay aloof of the system. The only way that you can make a change is actually getting involved. And whether it's in politics, especially the youth, what I would say is try to get involved. Whatever your political inclination is, become a member of a political party. Get involved. If politics is not your game, then get involved in other charitable or other voluntary work as well. That we should be living for others as well as just ourselves, I think.
One final word from me, and thank you very much for giving me the time today. Viewers, you've got to vote for this guy. He's very, very involved in voluntary work, community work. You want to see his CV. It's very impressive of doing those type of works. But I wish you all the best for 4th of May, and hopefully you're successful.
Thank you very much, Paul. Much appreciated for your time.
Take care, Tan.
Thank you.